All right, we are back with check it out examples 1A, 1B, and 1C. Let's see how you guys did. Okay, we need to isolate m, which means we need to get it by itself. We're going to start with m plus 9.1 equals 3. So we got to get m on one side of the equation. It's not by itself. 9.1 is on the same side. We need to get rid of it. Well, how is 9.1 related to m? It's related through addition. So we need to do the inverse operation, which would be subtraction to both sides. Okay, that's going to cancel. We're going to be left with m equals, and then we just need to do this. I'm going to do this on my scratch paper. Go ahead and just do these little things by hand because it's good to use your brain. Don't use a calculator. All right, so here we go. We are going to be subtracting. This is positive and this is negative, and the signs are different, so we're going to take the difference of these two. All right, so we got 9.1 minus 3.0. Okay, 1 minus 0 is 0. No, it's 1. Oh, no, it's 1. 9 minus 3 is 6. So the answer is 6.1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the 3 and we're going to look at the 9.1 and we're going to say, okay, which of those two numbers is bigger? Is 3 or 9.1 bigger? And 9.1 is definitely bigger than 3. And so what we're going to do is we're going to keep the sign of the bigger number, which is 9.1, which is negative. So our answer is going to be negative. So there we go. That's our answer. M equals negative 6.1. Let's go ahead and check our answer to see if it's right. So you should have a little check over here with the original equation written. First, m plus 9.1 equals 3. And we are going to be checking to see if m equals negative 6.1. Oh, we can't see it. There we can. And see if that's correct. So we are going to substitute negative 6.1 in for m right here in the original equation because that's what it equals. So instead of writing m, I'm going to write negative 6.1 plus 9.1 equals 3. All right, is it equal? I don't know. We're going to figure it out and see. So we have to do this little bit here. This is negative, this is positive, the signs are different, so we take the difference of the two. So I'm going to go up here and just do this on my little scratch paper. I'm going to go 9.1 minus 6.1. 9.1 minus 6.1. And I'm going to find the difference of the two. So 1 minus 1 is 0. 9 minus 6 is 3. Okay, so I know the answer of this, of this is 3. And then I'm looking at the numbers. I need to figure out if my answer is positive or negative. So 9.1, 6.1. Which number's bigger? 9.1 is bigger. Well, what is 9.1? Is 9.1 positive or negative? It's positive, which means my answer is positive. I don't need to write a plus sign. I can just leave it as 3. That's understood that it's positive, so I'm just going to leave it as 3. So 3 equals, and I'm dropping down this 3 right here. It's a true statement. Yes, 3 is equal to 3. That is a true statement. Well, what does that mean? That means that whatever I stuck into this original equation is the solution. So what we stuck in there for m equals negative 6.1 is the solution to the original equation. Awesome, we did it. So let's write that. M equals negative 6.1 is the solution to the equation m plus 9.1 equals 3. Woohoo! If you got that right, awesome job. Okay, remember to get it right, you had to solve the problem and also do the check, write the original equation, and do all this. This is how you show your work for these types of problems. Okay, on to B. Let's see if you did that one right. Okay, we have 5.5b equals 75.9. We are trying to isolate b and get b by itself. So, is b by itself? No, it's not. Okay, what is around b? Well, 5.5 is. Well, how is 5.5 related to b? Well, when something's right next to b, and there's nothing in between, that just means multiplication. So this means 5.5 times b. So to get b by itself, we have to do the inverse operation of multiplication, which is division. You are correct. So we are going to divide both sides by 5.5. Okay, and if you look right here, 5.5 divided by, I'm going to cover up that b right there. I'm sorry, little. Oh no, remind me later. Okay, sorry. Okay, 5.5 divided by 5.5 is just 1. 1 times b is b. So we did it. B is now by itself. And now we just have this little bit right here, 75.9 divided by 5.5. So we need to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to kind of do it on my scratch right over here. 75.9 divided by 5.5, and we're going to do this little long division right here. Woohoo! Long division is my favorite. Okay, go away. All right. So the one thing you have to remember is that whenever you are dividing by decimals is that you can never divide by decimals. So we got to get rid of the decimals. So here, we got 5.5. We have to move it over one place, and whatever we do here, we have to do it here. So really what we're doing is we're going 55 my bad. We're doing 759 divided by 55. Okay, let's do it. 55, does it go into 7? No. 55, does it go into 75? Yes. How many times? I'm going to say 1 time. 1 times 55 is just 55. We're going to do the subtraction here. 5 take away 5 is 0. 7 minus 5 is 2. All right, we did it right because this number, the leftover amount, is less than 55. Okay, now we are going to drop it like it's hot right there. Drop that 9, and we have 55 going into 209. How many times does 55 go into 209? I'm going to say that one is a tough one. I'm going to say it's probably going to go in 3 times. I think if it goes in 4 times, it's actually going to be over 209. So I'm going to say 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15 plus the 1 would be 16. We're going to do the subtraction. 9 minus 5 is 4. We have to borrow here, and that is 4. And yes, this number is less than 55, so we did it right. Now, we still have a remainder, so we have to keep going. So I'm going to add the decimal here and here, add a 0, and then we are going to drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. All right, here we go. 440. How many times does 55 go into 440? I'm going to say I think it goes in 8 times. Yeah, 8 times. All right, let's see. 8 times 5 is 40. Write the 0, carry the 4. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 4 is 44. And yes, that is right. No remainder. So that is our answer. B equals 13.8. Perfect. Are we done? No, we're not done. We need to check it. Check our answer. So we're going to go ahead and write the original equation. 5.5b, remember the original equation is right here. I'll highlight exactly what you need to write. So we're going to write 5.5b equals 75.9, and we're trying to figure out, evaluate when b equals 13.8. Okay, we're going to substitute that in for b. So 5.5 times 13.8 equals 75.9. I don't know. We have to go ahead and solve it and figure out. So in order to do that, we have to do multiplication. So I'm going to go over here to my side right here. Okay, and I'm going to go 13.8 times 5.5. Can you guys see it? Yep, you can. Okay, and here we go. 5 times 8 is 40. Write the 0, carry the 4. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4. 15 plus 4 is 19, right? 15 plus 4, 19. Yeah, write the 9, carry the 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. And then we're going to the tens place, so we need to add a 0 in the ones place, so we start in the tens place. Okay, 5 times 8 is 40. Write the 0, carry the 4. That's convenient. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4 is 19. Write the 9, carry the 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. All right, and then we add 0, 9 plus 9 is 0. 9 plus 0 is 9. 6 plus 9 is 15. Write the 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. Perfect. Okay, now we just need to add the decimals or figure out what the decimals are. So remember, we count the place values to the right of the decimal. Here's the decimal and here's the decimal, and there's one place there and another one there. which means there's 2 places, which means we move this over twice. So 1, 2. So our answer is 75.9, which is equal to 75.9. Okay, that is a true statement. Awesome. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, that means whatever we plugged into this original equation, which was 13.8, that is the solution to this original equation. So let's just go ahead and write that. So this is true, which means, can you see? Yes. B equals 13.8 is the solution to the equation. What's the equation? 5.5b equals 75.9. And if you got that one right, awesome job. You're amazing. Okay, last problem here. Check it out, example C. We are going for it today, people. All right, so we are trying to isolate y, get y by itself. We have y divided by 4.5, which equals 90. Okay, is y by itself? No, it's not. Well, what's around y? 4.5. How is 4.5 related to y? Well, there's this little line there, which means division. So we have to do the inverse operation of division, which is multiplication. You are right. So I'm just going to rewrite this. Y divided by 4.5 equals 90. So the inverse operation of division is multiplication. I'm going to multiply both sides by 4.5. Awesome, awesome. What happens here, I can go 4.5 over 1. And I'm multiplying. Remember, whenever I'm multiplying fractions, I first look to cross cancel. So 4.5 goes into both 4.5 and 4.5. One time and one time. And 1 times y is just y. So there we go. We isolated y, and y is by itself. Sweet. So now we're going to do this little bit right here. 45 times, or not 45, I'm sorry. 4.5 times 90. So let's do that up here. 4.5 times 90. Okay. Whenever you multiply something with a 0 there, you can just write the 0 and then just skip to the 9, and that's what I'm going to do. So 9 times 5 is 45. I'm going to write the 5, carry the 4. 9 times 4 is 36 plus 4. 36 plus 4. 36 plus 4 is 40, right? Yes. Okay, 40. Okay. And then we just need to count the decimal places. They're to the right of the decimal. Here's a decimal. To the right, there's 1 place, so that means we move it over 1. Perfect. So that means that y equals 405. Are we done? No, we are not, because what do we have to do? You are correct. We have to check our answer, and whenever we check our answer, we have to write the original equation first. So here we go. We are doing that every single time because we love to. Well, maybe you don't, but that's okay. We're still going to do it. All right. All right, we're going to evaluate when y equals 405. We're going to stick that in, substitute it in for y. So instead of writing y, I'm going to write 405 divided by 4.5. Perfect. Equals 90. Does it equal? I don't know. We have to figure it out. Okay. So here we go. We have to do this little bit right here. I'm going to do it on my scratch paper over here. Perfect. So this says 405 divided by 4.5. Now remember, whenever you're dividing by decimals, the one rule is that you can never divide by decimals. So we have to make this not a decimal. So we're going to move this over 1 place, and here's the decimal here, and we're going to move that over 1 place, and there's nothing there, so we have to add a 0. Okay, so this is the same thing as going 4,050 divided by 45. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. So 45, does it go into 4? No. Does 45 go into 40? No. Does 45 go into 405? Yes, it does. But how many times? I am not sure. Okay, let's think about this. 9? Let's try 9. Let's try 9. Okay, 9. 9 times 5 would be, 9 times 5 is 45. We're going to write the 5, carry the 4. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 4 is 40. Hey, we got it. All right, awesome.